that was fun. It is backlit, so I was like, we were thinking about doing a pen to drive it, but we ran out of pens, so we couldn't do that. So we just have that there, and plus battery's pretty hard on it. So first thing, we actually rearranged the keypad because it matches a TI-89 now, and it works a lot better that way, so we don't get confused. It has built-in error messaging, and it can do math.
Okay, go ahead. Do some examples.
Okay, so we can do 456 times 456, and we get a big number with 2 decimal floating points. We can divide that by, say, 78. We get a remainder of 85. We keep dividing, say, 145. And we can then subtract things, or we can add things to that.
So how does it decide, when you do division, Sean, how does it decide to round that last digit?
That's all done with S-printf. We built our own function first, and then it was just so much more convenient to have it round for us. Because compared to we had this huge 13, maybe 14 different functions, and then S-printf dropped that down to 5. So it does all the rounding errors for us.
So if the real number here was 0.155, what would it round it to?
0.155. It will be 1.155 until you do math on it. So let's go 0.155 plus 3. It'll leave it.
It just truncates.
Yeah.
It just drops the last digit.
1.155 plus. So, yeah.
Okay, what else can it do?
Pretty much just basic functions: add, multiply, divide, and subtract.
Okay. How big of a number? Can you show an example of how big?
About 7 digits. Because then you get so the way it works is it has this buffer, and we have a spare buffer, and we ran out of memory, and so the way whenever you enter the character in, you can see it'll load into the display buffer, and then it will start scrolling because we have
okay.
And so what happens is it will scan through the first buffer, find out the operand, and then from that point on, take the second number, put it into another buffer.
Okay.
And then perform the operations on that.
Okay.
And that's why it's limited to 7-ish. And I say you could do more, but you can't because of the size.
So it can do basic add, subtract, multiplication, division. Can you do negative numbers?
You can, as long as you start with 0 first. So if you do 0 minus 25.2, and then you can do plus 5.
Okay. All right. Perfect.